A very good evening. From stories around the world to stories here at home, this is the National News Broadcast. I'm Vidushni Sajid Kumar.
And I'm Tarak Etiarachi. First, a look at the stories making the headlines this evening. The President says the need of the country tomorrow is a people-oriented state administration without corruption. The SLFP Central Committee meets to take a final decision regarding the presidential election. Minister Sajid Premadasa says he will commit to transforming Sri Lanka as one of the strongest states in the world. Presidential candidates on the same stage for the first time. A passing out parade for 274 STF officers who have successfully concluded training. Clashes between protesters and Iraqi security divisions intensify.
In your local stories this evening, President Maithripala Sirisena says need of the country tomorrow is a state administration of the people without corruption. He also points out that the SLFP strives to provide a people's workers' majority which engage in politics on behalf of the country and not for themselves.
මේ රාජ්‍ය ආරක්ෂා කරගනිමින් අපි පක්ෂයත් රාජ්‍යත් නිවැරදි දිශාවට ගෙනියන නායකයා මේ රාජ්‍යයේ පිරිසිදු නායකයාට ශ්‍රී ලංකා නිදහස් පක්ෂයට.
The President made these remarks participating in the Galle District seminar of an island-wide series of seminars titled Verdict in the Correct Direction, organized by the SLFP. The event was conducted with the participation of a large number of party activists at the LPTA public grounds. President Maithripala Sirisena further said that his political policy is not to leave room for corruption. President Maithripala Sirisena said that democracy has been strengthened. He also said that the main reason for increasing poverty in the country is the actions of politicians. The President added that the people must look into how many of the so-called politicians who are serving the country are actually serving the people. He added that as a result, there are 95% of politicians who are serving themselves. As a result, politics has become a despicable topic to the people. Sri Lankan politics is rampant with frauds and corruption. The President also said that country needs people who engage in politics for the sake of the country. He has requested the people not to go after political parties which do not love the people. The people should not vote for grounds which are unable to understand poverty and the sorrows of the people. He has also requested the voters to vote for the most pure political party in the LPTA Pradesh Sabha. He also said that he personally accepts the responsibility of creating a group that genuinely dedicates to end the fraud and corruption. The President further said that if they were handed over power, they would turn the best Pradesh Sabha among local government institutions.
A dialogue to bring presidential candidates onto a single stage was conducted today. It was named as Public Stage of Presidential Election 2019. It was jointly organized by the March 12th campaign and the Afriel Youth Network of the Premadasa Indo Stadium, Colombo. Organizers say that they have extended invitations to 11 candidates. Only Gotabaya Rajapaksa was absent on this occasion. Presidential candidate of the Lanka Samajawadi Party, Dr. Ajanta Perera, said that people in the country are compelled to rely for many years on a development prescribed by foreign lands. She added that they must usher a development through upgrading of local industries safeguarding natural resources. An education system connected to these issues must be established. She said that all must raise their voice on the need to reduce debt burden through relations with the international community. Presidential candidate of the Peretugami Samajawadi Party, Duminda Nagamuwa, said that an economic policy to safeguard the environment is needed. The country's economy should be changed to suit this purpose. He also said that another objective of them is to increase allocations on education and health. The presidential candidate has also said that they come across supremacy of power once every 5 years. He also said that these policies should be included in the constitution. Presidential candidate of the United Socialist Party, Siritunga Jayasuriya, said that they are contesting the presidential election on the basis of creating a united Sri Lanka. He also said that a new definition should be given to free education. The practice of allowing children of high-earning incomes to popular schools should be stopped. The practice of exploitation of parents through school development societies should also be stopped. Farmers have become debtors of banks. He also said that a program has to be set up to fully reverse this process. Presidential candidate of the National People's Party, General Mahesh Senanayake, said that they will adopt a foreign policy based on non-aligned strategies to liberate the country from foreign powers. A new public-oriented constitution will be drafted appropriate for the country. New laws will be prepared through a public participation program.
එක නීතියක් ක්‍රියාත්මක කරන එක දයක් නිර්මාණය කිරීමට ඍජු නායකත්වයක් දීමට මා නොබියව අප කටයුතු කරන බව මම සඳහන් කරනවා.
අපේ රටේ අභ්‍යන්තරික වශයෙන්
Presidential candidate of the National People's Movement, Andrakumara Dissanayake, said that the internal security has been threatened due to a religious extremism. He added that they will not allow to promote any form of extremism in society. He said that they will guarantee that their major operation would be to build national unity. Such a measure would only enable to safeguard national security.
අභ්‍යන්තරික වශයෙන් අපි මුහුණ දී තිබෙන ජාතික ආරක්ෂාව ගොඩනැගිය හැකි වන්නේ.
නීතියේ ආධිපත්‍යයක්.
Presidential candidate of the New Democratic Front, Sajid Premadasa, said that first of all three divisions establish supremacy of law, human rights and national security. He added that the structure of all these institutions should be fully depoliticized. The minister also said that we must stabilize independence of these organizations in a manner to strengthen national unity and human rights. Minister Sajid Premadasa also said that he believes that through amalgamation of economic and social rights, they will be able to fulfill their target. Presidential candidate of the New Democratic Front, Minister Sajid Premadasa, says that he will commit himself to transforming Sri Lanka into a vibrant state of the world. He made these remarks addressing several public meetings in Moratuwa today. A large gathering was present at the public meeting in Moratumullo this morning. Sajid Premadasa said on this occasion that he, as a minister who has sacrificed his salary and allowances for social welfare in the past 4 years, will continue to strive to create an era of people's supremacy. Presidential candidate Minister Sajid Premadasa said that Sajid Premadasa would become the first president who would not receive a salary or a mansion. He also said that Sri Lanka will be turned into a sovereign and developed nation which upholds the unitary and territorial integrity of the motherland. He also said that the mansions which are being maintained through public expense will be transformed into information technology centers. He said that he will fully terminate the purchasing of new vehicles to the new government. He also said that he will commit at the cost of his life to create a strong and vibrant Sri Lanka among powerful nations of the world.
නුවර යනකොට මන්දිරයක් තියෙනවා. අනුරාධපුරයට යනකොට මන්දිර තියෙනවා. අනේ දෙයනේ නුවරඑළියෙත් මන්දිරයක්. කවුද මේව නඩත්තු කරන්නේ? තමුන්නාන්සේ. මේ රටේ ක්‍රියාත්මක වෙන මන්දිර දේශපාලන මම තරණ තොරතුරු තාක්ෂණ විශ්වවිද්‍යාල මන්දිර බවට පත් කරනවාමයි කියලා මම මේ අවස්ථාවේ ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා. ආණ්ඩු මාරු වෙනකොට රටේ ප්‍රධානීන්ට ගන්නවා ඇමතිවරු ඇතුළු අලුතෙන් වාහන ගන්න එක මම සම්පූර්ණයෙන්ම නතර කරා. ආයේ වෙඩි නොවදින වාහන නම් සජිත් ප්‍රේමදාස නම් ගෙන්නන්නේ නැහැ කියලා මේ අවස්ථාවේ ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා. මගේ ශක්තියට, මගේ කඩිසර භාවයට, මගේ කැපවීමට, මගේ අදිෂ්ඨානයට මෙදාපාර අවස්ථාව ලබා දෙන්න. මගේ මේ හොඳම ජව සම්පන්නම කාලේ සජිත් ප්‍රේමදාසට රට දියුණු කරන්නට, රට සංවර්ධනය කරන්නට, රට ගොඩ නගන්නට ඔබලාගේ ශක්තිය ලබා දෙන්නේ කියලා මේ අවස්ථාවේ ඉල්ලීමක් කරමින් විශ්ව ලෝකයේ තිබෙන ශක්තිමත්ම රට හැටියට ශ්‍රී ලංකාව නිර්මාණය කරන්නට මම දිරිහිමියෙන් අපඩබ වෙනවායි කියලා ප්‍රකාශ කරමින් ආදරණීය මොරටු බල ප්‍රදේශයේ ඔබ සියලු දෙනාටම ජය වේවා කියලා ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරමින් මම නිහඬයි.
Thereafter, Minister Sajid Premadasa has attended a public meeting near the Angulana railway station in Moratuwa, where he has received a warm welcome. He has also attended a public meeting in Moratuwa.
President Maithripala Sirisena is reported to be presiding over a meeting of the Central Committee of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party to take a final decision regarding the presidential election. Central Committee meeting on the SLFP has commenced under the leadership of President Maithripala Sirisena. Senior members of the SLFP, including General Secretary Dayasiri Jayasekara, Vice President Nimal Siripala de Silva, was seen arriving at the residence of the President. The SLFP has stated that it is scheduled to take a final decision regarding the presidential election. It will decide whether to field a candidate of the party or to enter into an alliance with another party. A final decision regarding the question that has arisen regarding the party symbol is also scheduled to be delivered after the Central Committee meeting. SLFP media spokesman MP Veerakumara Disanayaka said that they are hopeful of coming into a productive decision that would be beneficial to the country and all concerned.
Youth First Youth Conference was held in Colombo yesterday. The objective of holding the conference is to extend knowledge and cooperation to youth who cast their vote for the first time. The event was organized by My First Vote organization along with the Elections Commission and Facebook. Chairman of the Elections Commission, Mahinda Deshapriya, Sri Lanka Policy Program Manager of Facebook, and representatives of My First Vote have participated at the occasion.
Will play an extremely significant role in making sure that elections are free and fair. And on voting day, we will remind everyone to go out there and vote and then come back and share that they voted.
We want to leave a better place for the future generations. We all do have a responsibility. That's why I tell you, please don't follow the path of your parents, friends, whoever. Don't let your heart rule. Be sensible. What we want is honest leaders. Let's get together and get this message across for them to be accountable. Like I said, I'm a very proud Sri Lankan and I want to leave a better place for all of you.
For me, it is about how we as institutions and how we at the highest levels of people functioning as leaders, as youth leaders, as representatives, how do we integrate these principles, not only in terms of individuals and putting the onus on individuals, but also putting the onus on how we function holistically as societies.
Chairman of the Elections Commission, Mahinda Deshapriya, said that we in Sri Lanka are faced with two eventualities. They are death and voting rights. In the absence of voting rights, intermittent blasts occur. The reason for such situations is not providing room for the opinions of others. He further said that voting rights becomes a right that is being extended equally to all only if we treat all equally. The chairman also said that there is no sense of my first vote when there are attempts to obtain votes by giving money to certain groups. If it is my first vote, then it should be an independent phenomenon. It should display transparency. He also said that the responsibility in this connection lies amongst officials as well as political parties. Mahinda Deshapriya added that what they say these days when going from house to house is that the voting process should lie on the word empathy. We are all equals. He further said that if the youth who were in the audience care for others, they should act with love. He said that if every person considers his vote important as the vote of another person, they will never prevent voting by others. They will never steal ballot boxes. He also said that that is the connection between voting and empathy. The chairman has requested not to consider politics as an evil thing. He further said that the youth must mediate in administration. The path available for such intervention is voting. Therefore, voting should not be boycotted and that all must come to vote.
Now let's have a look around Asia in 1 minute. US and North Korean officials arrived to begin nuclear talks at an isolated conference center on the outskirts of Stockholm today. Japan has raised its consumption tax rate to 10% from 8% on Tuesday for the first time in 5 years. Among all the venues at the 2019 Beijing International Horticultural Expo, which is to conclude on October 7th, the Chinese pavilion is a must-see for expo goers. Waterlogging triggered by days of heavy rains brought normal life to standstill in India's northern Bihar state yesterday. Shanghai Wildlife Park threw a birthday party for 3 panda cubs on Thursday, the third day of National Day holiday, which drew in a large number of tourists.
President Maithripala Sirisena said that it was due to the gallant commitment of heroic soldiers that Sri Lanka was able to overcome all enemy conquests against the motherland. The president was addressing a passing out parade of the Special Task Force Training School in Katukurunda, Kalutara today. The president, upon arrival at the premises of the camp, has paid floral tributes to the war memorial at the training school. Thereafter, the president has declared open the Security Operations and Inspections National Center at the premises. The center deals with chemical, bioscientific, radiological, nuclear and explosive devices. 274 officers who have successfully followed the 76th basic training course at the Special Task Force Training School were dispersed upon conclusion of the event. They included 50 trained sub-inspectors of police, 183 trained police constables and 41 trained women's police constables. The ceremony was coloured with a drill display and musical band and parachute exhibitions. The president has presented awards to those who have concluded the training with excellence. President Maithripala Sirisena said that there is a highest acceptance and highest confidence of the police special task force by the public. There have been many complaints on frauds, corruptions and irregularities. He added that, however, according to his knowledge, those who were engaged in police force have also been freed of such fraudulent charges. The president said that he has enormous confidence on the STF personnel who are honestly engaged in duties on behalf of the people. The history testifies to the fact that these gallant security forces personnel safeguarding the motherland from rival invasions.
මේ රටේ ඉතිහාසයේ විමසනකොට සියලුම සතුරු ආක්‍රමණ අමුවේ අපට අවසානයේ ජයග්‍රහණය ලබා ගැනීමට හැකි වූ බව ඉතිහාසයේ කරුණු සහ සාධක සාක්ෂි ගණනාවක් තුලින් කියනවා. මාතෘ භූමියට එරෙහිව සියලු පරසතුරුවදුරු ජය ගැනීමට එදා මෙදා තුර දේශයක් හැටියට අපට හැකි වුණේ නිර්භීත සෙබළ පිරිස්වල කැපවීම නිසායි.
National Television Children's Day program was conducted with grandeur at the Vihara Mahadevi Park in Colombo throughout the day today, and a large number of children have participated in this event. The program has been organized in connection with the World Children's Day, which fell on the 1st of this month. Highlighting feature at the inaugural ceremony was an army motorcycle display. In addition, numerous sports, musical programs as well as drama and other recreation events have colored the event with the participation of children. The Children's Program Unit of the National Television has organized a children's stories book stall with the assistance of the Godage Book Company. Director General of the SLRC, Saranga Vijayaratne, said that the National Television on its part has conducted several events in connection with the National Children's Day, which all of them have jointly celebrated on the 1st of this month. More than 100 children were brought to Katnayaka on a recreation mission. The Director General added that the SLRC has organized a ceremony at the Viharamahadevi Park for all children to enjoy themselves in the weekend. He also said that no other channel has rendered service on the education of children than the national television. A special feature has been the telecast of children's news from the Viharamahadevi Park. Children who won events in the competitions were presented with mountain bicycles through the courtesy of Cargill's company. Veteran actress Pooja Umashankar has presided over the event of handing over valuable gifts to children who took part in numerous contests. It has been pointed out that the national television, since its inception, has been engaged in the telecast of numerous programs giving prominence to children. The program organized today has been a further extension of this endeavor. Meanwhile, a disciplinary inquiry has taken place today against parliamentarians of the Sri Lanka Freedom Party who have breached discipline. The event took place at the SLFP headquarters. The Disciplinary Inquiry Committee, under the leadership of Attorney-at-Law Sanjay Gamage, has met this morning. Explanations have been submitted by attorneys on behalf of MPs SP Disanayaka, Dilan Pereira and Lakshman Yapa Abewardana, who have been accused with disciplinary charges on this occasion.
Health divisions point out that early diagnosis of breast cancer in every woman is possible if they are being educated on the disease. This fact was reiterated at a seminar held in connection with the month of raising awareness on breast cancer yesterday. A program is being conducted throughout this month to enlighten patients who are engaged in detection, effective diagnosis and treatment of breast cancer. The common form of cancer among women in Sri Lanka is breast cancer. Around 3,000 to 3,500 new breast cancer patients are recorded annually. This form of cancer represents 25% of overall cancer ailments. There is a possibility of curing breast cancer through simple surgery without full removal of the breast by treating the disease in the preliminary stage. Cancer disease diagnosis is being carried out at the Suvanari clinics and Suadivi centers established throughout the island. That's all the news we have for you tonight. The national news broadcast will return tomorrow, and until then, a very good night to you all.
Good night.